Good afternoon, Titans, and welcome to another exciting season of Titans Sports. I'm your host, Jessica Lucero, and alongside me is Michael Patterson. We're here to give you the latest scores, highlights, and inside scoop of everything Titan athletics.
Women's soccer suffers their first loss of the year in a long, rainy matchup against Utah, who is ranked number 17 in the nation. Utah's Paola Vanderveen tied the game with her 69th minute goal and later went on to score the final shot in double overtime, leaving Utah with the 2-1 victory. The Titans' loss leaves them with a 3-1-2 record. They look to get the ball rolling again Friday against Iowa State.
The men's soccer team suffered a similar fate as they traveled up the coast to face the Portland Pilots. While Fullerton outshot Portland 8-5 in the first 45 minutes, the Pilots went into the next half 1-0. Despite a competitive start, the Pilots took flight with 4 goals in the second, and the Titans departed with a hard-to-take 0-5 loss. The damage drops the team to a 2-2 record, but they aim to get momentum back on Friday when they will host Utah Valley.
Won and the second 25-23 before going on an aggressive 10-2 run to win the third set 26-24 and end up winning the fourth set 25-21. However, that wouldn't be enough to take home the W for the Titans as they lose the fifth set 15-11. The team was led by Madeline Schneider, who showed resilience and grit by posting a team-high 20 kills and 21 digs. Southern Utah reigns supreme as they were the winners of the Fullerton Classic this past weekend. Women's volleyball heads to Townsend for their first tournament on the road this Thursday and hopes to end their funk.
Now we're going to send it off to Matt Kirkland and our analyst for the preview of the upcoming volleyball season in this week's roundtable discussion. Take it away, Matt.
Hello everyone, I'm your roundtable host, Matt Kirkland, and I'm joined by our volleyball analysts, Brandy Flores and Nathan McHugh. This week, we'll bring you the inside scoop and what we can look forward to this season from our women's volleyball team. All right, well, the team has won 2 out of their first 6 games this season. What have they been doing well?
One thing that I've been noticing that they've been doing well is they've been rallying a lot. You know, they're hitting really hard. They're just not putting it in the right place to get the point, which is why their record is 2-6 right now. But this is a fighting team. I'm really excited to watch them play this upcoming season because they're not just going to lie down and take it. They're going to fight back, which is really exciting to watch.
Perfect. Do you have anything to add, Nathan?
Yes, well, when they've gotten off to good starts this year, they've usually turned them into wins. I think they have 2 wins by sweeps, and they're challenging themselves in the non-conference.
Who has shined for the Titans volleyball this team? Could you name a few players that have stuck out?
I would say Maddie Schneider and Shamin Fayyad, they're leaders from last year. Shamin was the leader more so last year, I think, kind of the known leader. And now I think they have more by committee. They have a more balanced team, and they're not going to settle for, you know, the kind of season they had last year. They're, as Maddie Schneider said this offseason, they're out for blood.
Perfect. Any players stick out to you, Brandy?
I think that Katie Francis, she's doing a great job, defensive specialist. She, right now, has a total of 73 digs. She's averaging 3 digs per set. I think she's doing great. She's a big part of the reason why the Titans are keeping that rally going. And she just transferred last year, so she is one of the older girls this year. She's a junior, so hopefully we'll be able to see her take on that leadership role in the backcourt.
Perfect. The team has its first road trip coming up. They're gonna go play in the Townsend tournament, and they have 4 games this week. What are some keys so that the team can pull out a victory in those 4 games?
One thing that they really need to focus on is communication and putting that ball away because, like I said, they're rallying a lot. They're fighting, which is great, but it's not great when all you're doing is rallying, so it's just pretty much who makes the first mistake. And lately it has been the Titans. So once they figure out how to put that ball away into that right spot of the court where nobody's at, I think they're going to do great.
Awesome. And the Titans came out of the gate with the same record last year, 2-4. What does the team need to do this season so that they'll finish with a better record than they did last year?
They need to get off to a better start in games, especially in conference play. And speaking to head coach Ashley Preston this offseason, she said that the team's expectations are double-digit wins and a much better non-conference record. And so that kind of mindset should give them a chance to win a lot more games this year, and not settling is the key for them this year.
Perfect. Do you have anything to add, Brandy?
Well, they've only played 2 tournaments so far in the preseason. So the very first tournament, they had a great record, 2-1. And then this next tournament, not as great. But like Nathan said, they want to get to double digits, which they have been. 3 of their losses, actually, they've gone to 5 sets, which is great. That shows they're fighting. They have been getting double digits in that 5th set as well. So I just think that they just really need to focus in on putting that ball away. I can't stress that enough. Once they do that, they're golden. They just need to go off and stay on top.
All right, some great things to look forward to from our Titans. That'll do it for us here at the Roundtable. Now time for the Titan Timeline with Tony Phan.
Welcome back, Titans. It's the start of the fall semester, and that means soccer and volleyball are back in action. Our teams have already begun preseason play and are off to a solid start. Let's see the breakdown for the games to come. First, men's soccer has a game this Friday, September 8th at 7:30 here at home against Utah Valley. Sunday, September 10th, they face off San Francisco at San Diego at 3 p.m. Friday, September 15th, they bring it home to face against Vermont at 7 p.m. Then Sunday, September 17th, they play at home as well, facing San Diego at 5 p.m. Friday, September 22nd, they play at UNLV at 5 p.m. The Gents get a little break before they face off at UCSB at Santa Barbara on September 28th at 7 p.m. Heading over to women's soccer, they have a game this Friday, September 8th, at home at 5 p.m. against Iowa State. Then Sunday, September 10th, they'll take on the Utah Valley at home at 4 p.m. September 16th, the ladies get to show off their talent against some alumni in the exhibition game at home at 6 p.m. Then Monday, fresh off the exhibition game, they play against Denver at 6 p.m. Friday, September 22nd, they play at San Diego at home at 7:30 p.m. Then Sunday, September 24th, they take on Grand Canyon at home at 5 p.m. Moving on to women's volleyball, they have their Townsend tournament this week in Maryland. They have a 4-game series in just 3 days. Then Thursday, September 7th, they play Townsend at 4 p.m. Friday, September 8th, they have an early face-off against Lafayette at 9:15 a.m. Then Saturday, they have a doubleheader. They play against Eastern Michigan at 7 a.m. Then they face Quinnipiac at 11:30 a.m. The following week, they head over to Terre Haute, Indiana to play in the Indiana State Tournament. Then Friday, September 15th, they face Indiana at 3 p.m. Saturday, September 16th, they play at Eastern Illinois at 8 a.m. Then the ladies return home to play in their conference. Starting Tuesday, September 19th, they face off against CSUN at 7 p.m. Then Friday, September 22nd, they play at Cal Poly at 7 p.m. Then Saturday, September 23rd, they play at UCSB at 7 p.m. Good luck to our Titans these next few weeks. That's it for today's Titan Timeline. I'm Tony Phan, back to you in the studio.
And that'll do it for this week's edition of Titan Sports. We're glad you can join us for our first episode of the season. You can catch our latest installments and past episodes on our Titan Sports YouTube channel.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CSUF Titan Sports and like us on Facebook to stay connected with everything Titan Athletics related. On behalf of our Titan Sports team, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Michael.
And thanks for watching. Remember to keep those tusks up and see you next time.